Selamlar. Yeni bir Maneater videosundan. Bu bölümde büyük ihtimal seriyi bitireceğim bakın. Işığı açacağım. Çok karanlık oldu. Karakteri fulledim bu arada. Topladım daha doğrusu. Şimdi ne diyor? Peter'in soyadını yazet. Ben görev zaten. Büyük ihtimalle bakalım neredeymiş. Geldim abi.
As twilight falls, Pete is in an uncharacteristically quiet mood.
It's a dangerous job. It's not something unknown to me. You want to see dangerous? Look at that, yeah? That's PT 522. My daddy crewed that off of Guadalcanal. He was Navy. Gunner's mate. Pacific Theater. But when I was 16 men, came back a day later with 3. Man survives all that. Just to die here in the Gulf.
What happened to him?
Oh, you don't like me saying this. But my daddy, his granddaddy, was killed by a megashark.
I'm sorry. He's talking about a prehistoric fish that went extinct 2.6 million years ago.
I seen it.
You were a kid.
Ain't they discovering new animals all the time?
Sort of. Well, not exactly. In lots of cases, they're just corrections of species with different names. Also stuff like misspelling.
But I just say it. Maybe there are things in the water that ain't in your textbook. Stick around. Maybe you learn a thing or two this summer.
Whatever.
The ocean is vast. The majority of it still remains unmapped and unexplored by mankind. Perhaps Kyle shouldn't be so quick to dismiss his father's fevered ramblings.
That's the one what took my hand, all right. Get yourself ready, boy. Now we playing with power. Come on. This is just a game we play. C'est ça, couillon. Look at that big ring of teeth. Need reinforcements! Don't drag ass now!
To the front!
I'm about out of patience, me! C'est ça, couillon! Beaucoup fussy, ain't you?
Scaly Pete remains resolute.
Where's she at?
I don't know.
Big enough to toss him now, ain't you? Can! Get that can! Douse him! Pique-toi! Ah! We're about to blow! Get the off! Forget it, boss! He's just a boat! Carl! Carl!
Çocuğa üzüldüm ama ya. Buna değil de çocuğa üzüldüm.
What remains of the boat lurches, then slowly sinks to the bottom of the sea. The shark is now an elder, and thus begins a new battle against systemic age discrimination.
Güzel. Seviye aldık. Şu an bölümlerden kafayı kuşanabiliyoruz. Aynen. Çok iyi. Çok güzel. Şu an set tamamladan orada.
The shark returns once again to her safe haven. Baton Tordu was built just in time for the slow decline of golf as a popular sport. A day at the beach is a summer ritual that wouldn't be complete without plenty of sunshine, sandcastles, and circarial dermatitis.
Six 629 days, Prosperity Sands ain't had no shark attacks. You can thank OP for that. Prosperity Sands sure ain't.
This shark understands that she needs to eat essential minerals to stay healthy. Fostering a balanced ecosystem is a complex and multifaceted process. What harm could arise from killing a bunch of seals? By putting sharks in their place, hunters ensure they'll stay in their lane, so we don't have a Planet of the Apes situation on our hands.
Prosperity Sands ain't had no shark attacks. You can thank old Pete for that. Prosperity Sands sure ain't.
Right at me. Sharks shouldn't be that hard to find.
The accelerating destruction of the Gulf has occurred in tandem with a wholly humanized view of progress and development.
Right under me.
Humans' attention spans are short. They've already forgotten about the shark and her many crimes, so thus ends the bounty. To look at the coast is to recognize that the boundary between sea and land is transitory, and that all life on Earth is just a cosmic accident. When it was discovered that their Stonehenge replica was astronomically misaligned, enraged Portlovians threw it in the ocean. When food is scarce, bull sharks slow their digestion to avoid starvation. An insatiable fish, the bull shark is 9/10 appetite. The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. While they appreciate human sacrifices, the eldritch gods of yore are seldom enthused about being summoned to Port Clovis. The gluttonous grouper eats fish, octopi, and crustaceans. Only here can the shark discover the miracle of self-love. Weapons to take down alpha predators is a skill many shark hunters honed while in prison.
In town got that mango butter facial scrub I like.
These scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus. It seems Port Clovis has forgotten all about its rogue shark, for now. This trawler, operated by Roger Cantrell, recently broke the state record for number of revocable commercial fishing offenses. Pulling off a successful casino heist is made even harder when you drive off the road into the ocean and drown.
I don't know, maybe she's scared of us. Could be looking right at me.
Shark is a sort of super scavenger, completely lacking in what may be called dietary discrimination. remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute food. Operated by Roger Cantrell, recently broke the state record for number of revocable commercial fishing offenses. After the end of the tiki craze, bar owners tossed their Polynesian-inspired decor into the Gulf, where their kitschy charm is completely lost on native marine life. Does look inviting, but according to the most recent study, the sand here contains dangerously high concentrations of fecal bacteria. Prosperity Sands reminds us that sometimes the construction of second and third homes supersedes considerations like loss of species diversity. The hunt ends, but this is a mere pause in the eternal struggle between man and nature.
No raves. Are you throwing a fatal door on the beach at night? You just asking to get bit.
Not-so-distant future, a young visionary entrepreneur will spot these 3 shells while snorkeling and revolutionize after-toilet care.
Give it time. I'm sure an orca will kill it.
Another shark hunt draws to a close. To hunters in pursuit of a dangerous shark, those closest to them prepare for the possibility that they might come home. Sharks typically just make a single slashing, non-fatal attack, so this person is just really unlucky.
You and me. Got a lot of nice-looking, wealthy women. Yeah, there's a court order says I can't be within 200 feet of the beach. But you can see a lot with a good set of binoculars.
Can't hide all damn day. She gotta be somewhere out here. Should have brought my fish finder. I just know she's near. She's close. She's close.
It's another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis. There would have been more protests surrounding Prosperity Sands were not the public already so numbed about ecological concerns in general.
My ex's folk docked their boat at Painted Sails. But, you know, so do a lot of other New York couillons.
Along Blanchard County's 78-mile coastline, there are 35 miles of sandy beach, only 6 of which aren't owned by resorts, individuals, or homeowners associations. Go without saying that a shark on land is unquestionably dangerous to humans. Sure, this is about saving lives, but it's also about safeguarding tourism revenue.
We got a situation.
Folk docked their boat at Painted Sails. But, you know, so do a lot of other New York couillons.
Yeah, a breeze would be nice. I really should get them polarized lenses. Could be looking right at me.
The battle is over, but the war goes on. This instantized protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on serious mass. Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks.
Şimdi mağaraya gidebiliriz artık. Aynen öyle. Şu kafayı geliştireceğim. Aynen.
A quiet space is the ideal stage for the shark to meditate and harness her pure potentiality. Historically, overdevelopment of the shoreline leads to a wide variety of negative environmental impacts. But you should see the Italian-designed walk-in closets inside these condos. Every encounter helps us unlock the mystery surrounding the habits of our secretive squali.
Kafayı sonsuya yatıralım.
Beach erosion can be harmful for ecosystems by changing habitat conditions for such local fauna as seals, sea turtles, birds, and fish. The great white is often referred to as the king of the ocean, which gives it a skewed understanding of the role of a monarch in modern society. Emperor of the Deep, the Great White. is often referred to as the king of the ocean, which gives it a skewed understanding of the role of a monarch in modern society.
Pete, what's in the barrels?
Fish food.
Pete, whatever this is, can I ask you not to do it?
Gonna get that shark. One way or another.
It's just that this is unnecessarily destructive. I mean, it's just one shark. There's a whole ecosystem.
One shark that killed my boy.
Pete, look, I understand.
Wanna keep tugging on this knot, you?
There is a very real risk of drowning while surfing, but at least you'll leave behind a cool-looking skeleton. To see this area is to witness the inability of the hydrosphere to support the growth of humanized landscapes along the Gulf. The bull shark is known to be a voracious, if hardly discriminating, eater. Even after the creation of a killer clown task force, clown-related homicide still remains a problem in Port Clovis. It's here in the grotto that the shark can discover the absolute serenity deep within her soul.
I catch 3 of them killer whales they got there at Fish Fingers. You could say I got a real keen eye for talent. Although, the wheelers really gotta work on those side areas.
The shark listens determinedly for the irregular, low-frequency sound of an animal in peril. Shockingly, this was only Alex's second worst birthday. numbers have exploded here. Bad news for seagrass, great news for orcas who enjoy torturing and eating them. The cunning predator senses a meal is in the offing. This protein supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hitting artificial colors or flavors. Hunters hold a deep hatred of wildlife in their hearts, none more so than the shark hunter.
Killer whales, they got their fish fingers. You could say I got a real keen eye for talent. Although, the wheelers really gotta work on those side aerials.
Hell, I don't know. Maybe she's scared of us. Hey, shark. Get your ass out here.
Orcas do enjoy playing with toys, but not half as much as a day-old seal carcass.
Should have brought my fish finder.
After years of eating the same meal of frozen herring at Fish Fingers, Casanita just wants her favorite comfort food, raw shark liver.
Think we're gonna make any more headway today?
The hunt is over, and there will be an inevitable rush on dollar drafts at Flamingo Joe's. Boss Anita just wants her favorite comfort food, raw shark liver.
Yeah. Poor Clover's really been sprouting up these past few years. Put some of my own money in this. Gonna be a laser tag fun pal.
The ocean waters are... No one knows who built this mysterious underwater base, but odds are they probably own a Nehru jacket and a Persian cat. Coastal erosion currently impacts over 70% of the globe's sandy beach environments. So begins another reckless campaign of extermination.
just put up a bounty for a real live Maneater. Let's roll! Nothing? Anybody? Suffocating outside. Anybody got a fire? Look at that.
Poor Clover's really been sprouting up these past few years. Put some of my own money in this. Gonna be a laser tag fun pal.
The ocean is a source of life, inspiration, and eternal renewal. But mostly it exists to be exploited and commodified by humans. Coastal tourism in the U.S. continues to grow, leaving millions of naive Americans vulnerable to the graft of beach umbrella renters. For more than 3/4 of geologic time, the land was uninhabited, without a single destination spa anywhere to be seen. The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror.
Well, I said to them, you better build that boardwalk higher, because you just asking for a shark attack how you got it now. But do they listen to me? No, not at all.
A driving force for the bull shark. Some sharks are scavengers, indiscriminately consuming anything that's vaguely edible. bounty has been put out, and now a dangerous army of lawless, trigger-happy sadists begin shooting anything that moves.
Lan bir tane daha. Of.
Anticlimactic. Anybody got a good set of needle-nose pliers? What is that? Anybody else see that?
Let's wrap it up, Toasties.
With little fanfare, another bounty hunt comes to a close.
Said to them, you better build that boardwalk higher, because you just asking for a shark attack how you got it now. But do they listen to me? No, not at all.
Be looking right at me.
Does this smell unusual, or is that just Port Clovis? This is my least favorite part of the job.
Oh, it could be anywhere.
Wrap it up for now, boys.
Humans' attention spans are short. They've already forgotten about the shark and her many crimes, so thus ends the bounty. Once more, the shark turns back to this place of centered calm.
Hadi bir gitmedi şuradan ya.
Yeah, a breeze would be nice. Know you're around here. I'll find you. Getting an itchy trigger finger here.
Self-alarm. Just alone.
Şuraya hadi.
This is anticlimactic.
This is my least favorite part of the job.
Seems like we're scared of us, huh?
It seems, Port, if you're like me, you're probably wondering what their secret is for such durable papier-mâché. For its prey, sharks frequently make on-stage appearances when not in the school and without clues. disreputable citizens have converged on the area.
Got a shark somewhere out by painted sails.
Another shark up to no good. Let's get. Where y'all at? Y'all hiding from me? She gotta be somewhere out here. Should have brought my fish finder.
Suffocating out today. Anybody got a good set of needle-nose pliers?
I just know she's near. She's close. She's real close.
That used to skate, yeah. But they don't give you no scholarships when you're in no big air rave jam. Meh. Okay, maybe I don't know how to properly stock and manage a fish pond, but it's a learning process.
Anybody else see that?
She gotta be somewhere out here.
Let's go Flamingo Joe's. Them apple peonies are on me, boy.
Port Clovis has grown bored of the hunt, leaving our shark to fight a nut. Bull sharks have a habit of gobbling up anything that finds its way into the water. With a bounty on the line, the shark hunters get serious about finding our bull shark before kickoff.
Checkerboard's out by caviar key. Find it and put it down.
Radio says we
Bize
got a
biliyorlar
new
sanki.
bounty.
Okay, maybe I don't know how to properly stock and manage a fish pond, but it's a learning process.
Goaded by lusty appetites, the shark's sole aim is to eat and evolve.
Hangisi taştan bu? Şuna gitmek istiyorum. Şu.
Orcas, once the featured attraction at marine mammal parks, now have a new favorite trick: killing things. The hunt ends. But this is a mere pause. The white and black attack. The Orca. Once the featured attraction at marine mammal parks, now have a new favorite trick, killing things. Another shark hunt draws to a close. Many consider the Gulf Stream to be the world's greatest current, but for my money, you can't beat that Kuroshio. The shark returns to the grotto to focus on personal transformation. With 24-karat gold fixtures, 2 discos, circular staircases, and a mosaic swimming pool, the Chatelaine is still only Port Clovis's second most ostentatious yacht. Take your seasickness pills. Vomit can be a strong attractant for sharks. With 24-karat gold fixtures, 2 discos, circular staircases, and a mosaic swimming pool, the Chatelaine is still only Port Clovis's second most ostentatious yacht.
Looking right at me. It could be anywhere. It's right under me. Should have brought my fish finder. I just know she's there.
It's another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis. Bizarre-shaped head makes it easily identifiable. sperm whale needs to eat over a ton of food every day, which here in the Gulf mostly consists of hammerhead sharks. Scale of an orca, their teeth are the size of bananas, and I mean Cavendish bananas, not those Manzano ones.
We've had some real bad fish kills because of these oil tankers spilling. But it brings a lot of money into the economy. Can't argue with that.
Little time hitting the water when a shark becomes a threat to human life.
We got a shark situation out there.
We've had some real bad fish kills because of these oil tankers spilling. But it brings a lot of money into the economy. Can't argue with that.
The battle is over, but the war goes on. Back in the good old days, the world practically ran on sperm whale oil. Now we can only watch them from afar, dreaming of tapping their skulls for all that sweet spermaceti. Once more, the shark turns back to this place of centered calm. Make no mistake, those shark hunters may occasionally drink on the job. They know, actually, that's pretty irresponsible.
Looks like we got another shark situation.
He was really into scuba back when he was a teenager. This museum's the first place I took him after when he got certified.
The cetacean assassin, the sperm whale. The world practically ran on sperm whale oil. Now we can only watch them from afar, dreaming of tapping their skulls for all that sweet spermaceti. A great way to discourage museum attendance is to put your museum underwater.
The university sends their students out here every summer to study the reefs. Shit. Guess we all got different ideas about summer fun, yeah?
commonplace here after the previous mayor's practice of hiring Fijian shark charmers.
The university sends their students out here every summer to study the reefs. Shit. Guess we all got different ideas about summer fun, yeah? Y'all better believe those sewer lines need work. I've had campylobacteriosis, cryptosporidiosis, leptospirosis. Let me tell you, partner, that ain't no joke. Sewer lines need work. I've had campylobacteriosis, cryptosporidiosis, leptospirosis. Let me tell you, partner, that ain't no joke.
Society have retaliated with deterrent action, but mankind is ultimately impotent to stop Mother Nature's vengeance. The bull retreats to the grotto for refuge and quiet reflection. provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death.
I heard said Captain Blighty sunk his treasure somewhere around here. Been funding a diving expedition every year for 10 years, and I ain't found it yet.
This is quite a find. Although, that depends on the gold market, which has really been underperforming lately. I blame the Fed, of course, but what can you do?
Fotoğraf araştırmasını %50 yapmamız lazım.
The water along Caviar Key is frequently described as gin clear. Which reminds me, I could go for another Singapore sling. Port Clovis has long been a popular dumping ground for the military, thanks to its lenient regulations and low tipping fees. The bull shark demonstrates the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet. With little fanfare, another bounty hunt comes to a close. Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race. The idea that shorelines belong to the public comes from Roman Emperor Justinian, but only because he wasn't able to consult with the Association of Resort Developers' eternally wise lobbyists. Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst. This mineral supplement wouldn't be necessary if this shark ate a more nutritious, well-balanced diet. Caviar Key provides a scenic setting for humanity's distress. The solitary hunter stumbles upon another source of nourishment. The planet's great tides encircle the globe in constant motion. Even the self-driving technology of Gazorpazorp is not without its reliability concerns. Given the number of people who frequent the beach, it can be rationally assumed that a little human urine finds its way to the sea. Traveling around, we are constantly reminded of how man's intrusion has disrupted the fragile equilibrium of the marine world. Concentrations of metals and hydrocarbons in the water show just how much the Gulf has progressed since Amerigo Vespucci first arrived here in 1497.
bulursam yeter ya. Bir tane kaldı.
Local resorts have responded to sea level rise by importing 285,000 tons of sand and counting. Each year, North American offshore drilling rigs leak about 880,000 gallons of oil into the sea, leaving it for marine wildlife who know nothing about running a profitable energy company. Anyone who has delved into the stomach contents of a shark is acutely aware that they'll eat just about anything.
Tamam, biraz zaten şimdilik bitiriyorum.